So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Browns with an important win as they get their mark back to 2-2. The Cowboys were treated to a fine first half from number 4, quarterback Dak Prescott. He's got the lone touchdown of the game on a touchdown run. We'll see if he can get it going through the air as this one goes on.
Set to kick off.
Fighting his way through contact. Still going. They can't stop him. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Here comes third down and 7. Here's Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 21 yards there on third down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Off play action. Here's Goff. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To the air again. Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. Gibbs straight ahead. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And the Lions first down.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. 2nd and 10. Now it's gone. That's complete to the Porta. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Goff. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie things up at 13. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball on the 39. Here's second and a yard. Looking to throw. Prescott going right back to Ferguson. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. On first and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. 2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 36. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Back to Gibson and another catch for him. And they'll get this down to the 10. 18 yards that time to push him up first and goal.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On the ground with Vaughn. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Deuce Vaughn, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have moved out in front.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 76 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie things at 20 all. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
3rd and 12. To throw is Prescott. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. The Lions offense and receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown set to go once more. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
That's to the tight end, Laporta. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. A give right side for Gibbs. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On third down, here's Gibbs.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
I liked his focus, though, because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up two.
Here's Goff. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Here's Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Goff. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. This will go as an 11-yard loss there on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
On the give, here's Gibbs.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal. And his kick is indeed good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
Pushes him over. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Prescott to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
Throwing. Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Here's Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Offense.
That's on the former first-rounder Taylor Decker. Goff. And a quick throw here that's complete. Brings it just past the 15. Able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Hand off now to Gibbs.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Goff now looking to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now run by Gibbs.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Goff now to throw.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So Dak and the Cowboys down 23-20, 1:46 to go. And they need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
Now Dak.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Here's Prescott.
He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
What a time to come up with a play like that. They're now in field goal range. But the opportunity is also there to try and win the game outright.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Here's Dak. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
This is 1st and 10.
One last throw here for Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again? If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for the Cowboys, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.